What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be running another trail. We got our friend Charlie here in his 4Runner. This trail here is called Coney Flats. It has a pretty nice big water crossing, and we're going to be able to use our new Diff breather to get past the water crossing and not get any water inside the Diff. So with that being said, let's get started. Alright guys, we are all aired down. I use my Stond automatic tire deflators. I let Charlie borrow our ARB tire deflator, and it was his first time using it. I showed him on the front tire, but when he went to go do the back tire, when he was done, he didn't put the stem back in, and he tried to take it off, and the stem flew, and it's gone. He doesn't have a spare, but luckily I have a spare in my bed. So we took the stem out of that, put it in his one tire that he lost the stem on. So we're good to go. It's a cheap part, it's fine. But it's a good learning experience for Charlie. But the other thing I want to talk about is the new Fender Trim that we did on the front and rear of our Tacoma here. And the reason why we did this is mainly because in the front, the 35-inch tires, when it's fully stuffed up in the fender, what it was doing, it was popping off my clips in the front and the back, and this thing would just be dangling. So it was a necessary step for us to get the full travel without popping the fender flares and everything off. So that's new. But yeah, let's get started on this trail. Go back. Don't trust yourself. You gotta trust the spotter. Okay, turn your boat the other way. Yeah. Keep it there. No, keep. Okay, go back. Okay, come forward. That's why we installed skids yesterday. Keep going forward. Now tight. Yep. Alright, so after about 20 minutes of driving on this trail, we finally get to the beginning. So we were here, where this little green thing is. This whole thing that you guys just saw was not part of this trail. So we're actually on the trailhead now. So yeah, that was a crazy pre-trail. Spot. There it is.
The spot Don's been waiting for.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let me just like swim across the road quick.
Yeah, there's a bridge.
Oh shit! Wait.
Alright guys, so you guys just saw us go through that water crossing right there. Pretty cool. I don't think this one was as deep as the ones that we just passed before the trail actually, but still pretty deep. We definitely got up to the top of the rear diff, which is probably about a little bit higher than middle of the tires on the 35-inch tire. So pretty cool. So yeah, definitely worth it to do that diff breather if you guys want to do trails like this. And check it out, the whole underside is wet, and of course we had to do it a couple times. It's just too fun, especially going fast, making a splash. It's pretty fun. But check this spot out. Andrew's getting photos of Charlie going through this part. This is the next splash. Pretty rocks or boulders underneath this spot, so you definitely got to make sure to know where they're at so you don't hit them at a higher speed. But look at this spot, pretty sweet. Let's go finish the rest of the trail and get to the spot, maybe whip up some food and eat a little bit. Alright, so we decided just to stay here just because it was nice and breezy here, next to the little pond or whatever you want to call it, and that water crossing that we just did. So yeah, it feels good here. So we got the Tacoma parked, whipped out the 270 awning. Check out what I just did recently. I'm sure you guys have seen the Revel lights that we keep talking about, the camping lights, in the past couple of videos. So I velcroed them into the awning just because it takes me so long to set them up when we get to camp. So they're literally just velcroed at each of these arms and they stay even when it's closed. And then I got the USB right here, so I'll probably put the battery pack or whatever I'm using right here and probably mount it right there somehow, because these don't take much, so I'm probably going to use this a little battery pack instead of the big jackery. And he's setting up the grill area that we're going to be eating from. So we got the scuttle, but unfortunately we bought burgers and hot dogs with no buns today. So yeah, so we're gonna just be eating the dog. No buns, no ketchup, nothing, but it's alright, better than nothing. I'll show you guys Charlie's rig. This is Charlie's rig. He got it a couple months ago and been going at it pretty hard. It's a Pro. Let's see, you got the Bajas in there. Got the 315 tires with the Method wheels. He went with Kings. SBC upper control arms. Got rock sliders. The up top overland roof rack with the CVT mount hood. I believe this is the small. And then we got the Max Tracks up top. And we got these fancy chairs, and we've got chairs too. So glad Charlie brought it. Alright guys, here's lunch. bunch of raw dogs. No buns, nothing.
Say raw.
Well, it'll be cooked, but yeah. That's all we got for today. So we got our Scotto here with our extended hose, the propane tank, 5-pounder. Yep. Andrew smacking the meat. Lunch is served. We got hot dogs, hot Cheeto fries, and regular hot Cheetos. How's it taste? That means delicious. there, yep. Back a little bit, right there. Come. Perfect. I'm gonna hit your GoPro. No, you're good. Lockers on?
Now I do.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. So go back a little bit. Ooh, you gotta need just a little bit of speed. So go back just a tiny bit. No, just keep it straight. Go, yeah, right there. Back. Okay, hold it. Don't go nowhere. Okay, let's go straight. Just slow. There you go. Go. Yeah, that way. Keep it straight. Oh, rock sliders. Good. Keep straight. Woo! Slow. Alright guys, we are at the end of the trail. It was a rough one. I would definitely give this one a 6 and definitely not a 5. So trails off-road, if you're watching, bump it up. But we were down here. There's a nice little parking lot over there. This is Beaver Reservoir. I guess it's a private lake. Somebody owns this. So we couldn't even go down if we wanted to. But yeah, pretty big. But now it's time to air up. Let's grab the power tank and fill it up. Very tight. But this is the new setup. You guys probably haven't seen it yet because I haven't posted any videos. I took the deck out and we put in our old Molly panels on the left side for the power tank. It's pretty solid. Super solid because this trail was super rocky and it's still on here. On the other side, a couple axes, you know. But this is how we're airing up. I have an onboard system. You guys may have seen this in other videos. This will plug into here, possibly, maybe. No, it would not. So that won't work. This is a new setup, by the way. So this is interfering with this. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to pivot this all the way around and then plug it over here. This, we just filled it up this morning, and the guy who filled it up probably put it on this way. But either way, I'm gonna pop the tuggy down. Get this out. And for some of those who don't know, the power tank has to be used upright, unless you get the snorkel version, which is basically a tube that goes down and bends up. Which is why they have an up sticker right here. So this has to be up for it to use, and you have to order it, like special order it. So that's what we're gonna do. Plug this in here. Yeah, that's weird. This has always been up. I don't know why he put it down. Clip this in. Super awkward. Just like that. It's in. Come over here. I got my digital gauge here, a little manifold here, and we have 2 ARB couplers and the valve to open it. So I'm gonna show you guys the setup. We'll probably do a video on this sometime soon, and it might be a product, I don't know, but it's pretty cool because all it is just 4 of these short ones, one at each tire. So I basically open the ARB, plug it in, just like that. I like the ARB because you don't have to pull it back. And then you just put it onto your wheel and lock it into place. Alright, so the one in the front we put under the hood right here and on the opposite side. So same thing, plug it in, into the tire. Make sure it's fully seated. So once we have all the lines connected, we open up the valve on the very top. All the way open. And then this one, the regulator, on here has lockers, air tools, and tires. We're going to open that. Put it on tires, obviously. So you could use tools, air tools, if you wanted to with this. Pretty cool. So put it on tires. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my phone real quick to see how fast it can air up. So, stopwatch. Alright, so turn this back on. So we got about 14 PSI in each tire right now. And that's exactly where we put it at the beginning. So, here we go. Once I flip this, all 4 tires will start filling up. And go. So that's how much pressure is running through the lines right now. About 168. Got a little leakage right there. Got to fix it. But CO2 is super cold, so that's why you see all that air. So we're at 20 seconds. You can kind of see the fitting freeze over. See that? So probably stop it at 50 seconds to see where we're at. So right there, we are at 36 PSI. 50 seconds to get from 14 PSI to 36 PSI. Ridiculously fast.
That's fast.
And generally I do like it to put it a little bit higher than where it normally sits, just because it is cold. So when we drive it, it's going to come down a little bit. So normally I run about 35 anyways. So I'm going to bump it up to like maybe 38. So I'll just open that up again, give it a couple seconds. Close it. There we go. 38.3. That's it. Easy peasy. This is the quickest way to fill up your tires, especially if you have 35s, 37s, 34s. You know, yeah.
31s.
Maybe. You can just use a compressor for 31s. So close that all the way by turning it clockwise. Closing this. We're going to air up Charlie's truck as well, just because he doesn't have a compressor yet. But once you have it closed, just pop this open and we're done. Alright, so this is the original quick flate with 4 tires. We're going to use it with the power tank as well. This extra line is called the whip. It just prevents the manifold to get frozen, pretty much. So, yeah, this is weird why he put it down here. Okay, same thing, open this up. Open this, to tires. See what's in here right now. 8 PSI.
What?
You got 8 PSI in your tires right now?
I believe so then.
Alright, okay. Alright. Well, let's fill it up. So Charlie has 315s, and he's at 8 PSI, so we'll probably put it on for a minute, or a minute 20, just because he's so low. But yeah. Are you recording?
Maybe.
Alright. Put this at 30, 37, 38 as well. So we're good to go. So now we just disconnect everything and we're pretty much done. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys aren't subscribed already. And check out our other video on the diff breather if you guys want to do that mod. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.